I know this video is going to piss some people off, right? I know it, but it has to be said. And I have to be honest with people when I'm doing these videos. I try to look at the future. I try to analyze. There are some videos I do where I'm interjecting my personal opinion into it. You can tell that. Usually when I'm talking about politics. But with this video, I'm trying to use the past. I'm trying to think how things can play out. And this is what I'm trying to say right here. I'm starting to think that when everything is said and done, when I say everything is said and done, I mean when everything is said and done with both of these men's lives. Okay, do you know what I mean by that? I mean when everything is said and done. I'm not talking about basketball career. I'm talking about when all of us are probably gone. Or maybe some of my younger subscribers will still be alive, but I'll probably be blowing in the wind somewhere. I'm starting to feel that LeBron James may be perceived in a historical context as greater than Michael Jordan. Wait a minute. Listen to me now. Listen to me. No Chicago Bull fans, don't send the men in black and red to me. Don't send them out to me and zap me. Listen to me now. Michael Jordan fans, don't send the hit squad on me. Listen to me. This is why I'm starting to think this might be the case. Do I believe that LeBron James is as great a basketball player as Michael Jordan? No. No, I do not. However, let's be fair about something. LeBron James is 31 years old. When Michael Jordan was 31 years old, who had a more successful career at that age? Who had accomplished more? When you put it into that perspective, their resumes are comparable. Though I still think that Jordan was a better overall player, their resumes at that time were pretty close to one another, so that the comparison was a very fair one. But when you put it into context of years, as far as career is concerned, that encompasses all of Jordan's career with the Chicago Bulls and LeBron, the first 13 years. Jordan has the edge, of course. But LeBron James did come into the NBA out of high school. So James is only 31 years old. He'll be 32 on December 30th, I believe. He has a couple of more years close to his prime to add to his legacy. All right. He's going to be just the sixth man to join the 30,000 point club. Let's see. Because I include ABA when I do these things. You have Abdul-Jabbar, 38,387. Then you have Malone, 36,948 points or something like that. Then you have third all time is Kobe Bryant, 33,600 something. Michael Jordan, Wilt Chamberlain, 31,419. Okay, number 6 will be Julius Erving, 30,026. So LeBron James will be the 7th NBA player, or 7th professional basketball player to exceed 30,000 points. And I think he's easily going to pass Julius Erving, Wilt, Michael, and Kobe. The question is whether he can catch Karl Malone. I'm not sure about that, but it's a possibility. I think that LeBron James can win yet another MVP, at least one more in his career. If he got 5, that would tie him with Jordan and Bill Russell for second all time. And it's not out of the realm possibility for him to win 2 more. Michael Jordan won 2 more MVPs after age 31. LeBron James has 3 NBA titles. He already has 7 NBA Finals appearances. I think when all is said and done, he's going to have at least 10 NBA Finals appearances, and he might win at least 2 more titles. That ties him with Magic Johnson. So, therefore, I think when everything is said and done, LeBron James is going to be at least a top 3 all-time basketball player. At least. At the very least. Now, I think when you combine that with the fact that you have a player like LeBron James, who is a global player. Like, this isn't like during my time when you had a guy like, what was his name? He was a conscious brother, but he was a lower tier player. Etan Thomas. Remember Etan Thomas? He used to play for the Washington Wizards. He was a very conscious brother, and but he wasn't a household name. LeBron James is far from just a household name. He's the best player in the NBA. Sorry, Stephen Curry fans, but LeBron James was still the best player in the NBA, even last year. But to have a guy of his impact, a guy of his stature, to try to also be a conscious voice, and he wants to be a leader in the black community. He wants to improve race relations in his country. He wants to help out communities. He wants to help out locally in the Cleveland area. And I'm pretty sure that as he gets older, because I'm going to tell you something, as you hit, sometimes it can happen earlier, but your 20s, you tend to kind of be more selfish. You know, you tend to think more about yourself. And then something happens when you hit 30. You start opening your eyes to things that you didn't used to see, you know. And LeBron James is at that age when he's starting to probably become a lot more conscious as a person to certain things. And it's a beautiful thing to watch. And like I'm saying, I think that the combination of, as he gets older, he might become even more involved in the not even just the black community, but just the social fabric of our nation. And I could see him being a person who, unlike Michael Jordan, who is a businessman, and you know, all power to him. He has done things as far as, you know, making headway as the first black owner in NBA history. That's an achievement in his own right, and he has had a history, as some people have educated me in my comment section. This is something I wasn't aware of, that he has hired an unprecedented amount of minorities in his organization, and I commend him for that. At the same time, however, Michael Jordan has been rightly criticized by many African American leaders, such as a Jim Brown, you know, for not being the vocal leader that many people feel that he should be, or at least at times could be. LeBron James shows that he is not afraid to take on that role. And it's my estimation that eventually, when all is said and done, when both these men are being eulogized in the media and by the media, I think that it's a possibility that LeBron James may be perceived as the greater of the two. When you encompass everything about them, their on court contributions as well as off the court. Now, I understand many of you are not going to agree with that, but I'm just trying to be. I guess when I'm doing this video, I'm trying to be a prophet, I guess. I'm trying to look beyond today and look down the road decades from now. And this is the reason why I'm starting to think this might be the case. If you were to go to the year 1965, right? 1966, 67. We're in the midst of the Vietnam War. If you were to ask anybody at that time who the greatest boxer of all time was, and he had just retired in 1965 or 66, I believe, everybody would have said Sugar Ray Robinson. No one would have said Muhammad Ali. When Sugar Ray Robinson died in April of 1989, he was still considered by the vast majority the greatest boxer of all time. Some people felt it was Muhammad Ali. When Muhammad Ali died on June 3rd of this year at the age of 74, by near acclamation, he was considered by many boxing fans and most casual fans as the greatest boxer of all time. Sugar Robinson, while respected, his influence in boxing has waned somewhat since his passing. Now, Sugar Robinson was not quite the monumental figure that Michael Jordan is, but what I'm saying is that when all is said and done, when both of these men are no longer here, when many of us are no longer here to even see what the judgment of history will be, there's a possibility that LeBron James may become, in many people's eyes, the greatest basketball player we've ever witnessed.